What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Post Up. I know you guys have noticed, we've been doing all of the changes all around our socials on the YouTube page here. So we have gone in a new direction with the name change. I know this is like the third one, but this should be the last one. This one makes sense. So we'd like to welcome all you guys to the Post Up. I'm your host, Trone.
It's your co-host, Gary.
It's your boy, Kurt.
Up a mala.
And we're here to talk about all things NBA. And you know what? We're gonna jump right into it because speaking of changes, we had a brand new change come across in the NBA. Concerning the All-Star game, they switched up the All-Star format more to like a tournament style situation. Here we have it up on the screen. So it's gonna be like a 4-team tournament. So what it says is the 4 teams will consist of 3 all-star squads of 8 players each. In the winner of the Rising Stars game, the format ensures a mix of seasoned stars and emerging talent. The matchup will follow a straightforward structure: Team 1 versus Team 3, Team 2 versus Team 4, and the 2 winners will face off in the final round. So, real quick, what are you guys thinking about this formatting of the All-Star game? Do you guys like it? Y'all hate it? Y'all wish the old format was there? What do y'all think?
I think it's like those things that I'm gonna have to like see how it is first,
Mm-hmm.
and now like be able to see if it's like an improvement. But
Right.
yeah, I mean the All-Star game right now is already like pretty like bad and awful. So it's like at least they're doing something.
Right. What about you, Kurt?
I basically think it's stupid because they should just tell them to play defense and switch the jerseys back to how it was back in like the 2000s where they just had. I think they wore their own jerseys. Yeah, just make them wear their own jerseys and tell them to play defense. That's really all they needed to tell them to do. Like they didn't need to make it a format or nothing like that. Just tell them to play defense.
What about you, Gary?
I think I have like similar like thoughts to what Alan said, where something that you gotta see, like them play to see how it goes. I mean, changes, it can be good.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously the past like 3 All-Star games haven't really done it for people, but like if y'all remember when they introduced the score cap the first time,
Yeah.
like I think the first 2 All-Star games that had that, like it was mad lit. Everybody was turned up like the last quarter. I think one of them, LeBron, had a game winner.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was lit. Like, but then it gets repetitive, whatever. But yeah, I think adding teams. I mean, I don't think it's gonna do much because it's still the All-Star game, unless you add like an incentive to it. I don't know. It has to have something. I mean, the only thing I could think of they would do is like pay the winners like an extra like money, like more money, a huge chunk of change or something. But other than that, unless it's like it gives them a boost during the regular season or something, or in the playoffs, I don't really see like what you could change with that unless you add like I know a lot of people have been asking for like one-on-one.
Yeah, like a one-on-one tournament. Yeah,
like unless you add something like that, I don't know if it's gonna make that crazy of a change.
Right. Yeah, I agree with all of y'all, like to a certain extent. Like part of me does think, more towards what Curtis said, was that like they should just play defense, like just make it mean more, like make the All-Star game mean more. I understand why they wouldn't want to, like they're not trying to get hurt in a glorified pickup game. So like I get it from that standpoint, but also like show some effort. Like you got like in All-Star tickets, it's not like All-Star tickets are cheap. It's not like they're any cheaper than like a regular season game. So it's entertain the fans. Like the dunk contest is already trash. The most exciting thing that happens over All-Star weekend is like the 3-point shootout, which is crazy to think. Slam dunk contest, garbage. Skills challenge, garbage. So they may need to like do more revamping of the whole weekend as a whole. But then, towards what Gary and Alan said, it might be, interesting, at least for this first year. Because Gary, you're right. That first year when they implemented the cap on the scores, it was lit. Like, I think a lot of people liked it. I don't know if a lot of that had to do with the fact that, Kobe had just passed away and they was like, oh, it's going to go up to like 24. So it was like the emotions and stuff like that played a part in that. But, I do think because this is new, it is going to be interested to see. I do think them adding the winners of the Rising Stars Challenge is going to help incentivize it, because now we know the young players, they play hard all the time, no matter what. So who would they have there? They're probably going to have like a Wemby. He'll probably be on that Rising Stars team. They better give my boy Bronny some shine, but I know they're gonna be hating. So I know they're gonna be hating on my boy, but it's cool. So Dalton Connect, your Jared McCain's, the first and second round pick, Zachary Richardson and Sar, they're gonna be in there. So it's gonna be interesting to see that from that standpoint. I think that those players are definitely gonna be. They're gonna try to make it a bit more fun. And then it's interesting too to see like who the captains might be. Like, who do you guys think the captains are going to be? Because there'll be at least 3 captains for the NBA teams, and then the Rising Star team, they won't really have a captain because they'll already be an established team. But who do you guys see like being the captains for that? Like LeBron has been a captain like the last 8 years or something like that. So what do you guys think about that? Like, who do you guys see being the captains?
I personally think the captain should be like the highest 3 voters.
Yeah, fair. What do you think, Alan?
Yeah, it's probably gonna come down to like the big 3 of the NBA: Bron, KD, and like
Steph. You think?
Yeah, Steph.
Maybe. What about you, Gary?
Yeah, I mean, the easiest thing to do is run it based on votes, or do like a coin flip or something. Like have a poll of like 10 people and then just do it. I don't know.
Nah, they really want to do it. They should just make like the 3 highest voters play like 21 for first pick or something like that. I know they never would, like, for the same reason they would never do a one-on-one like contest. Nobody wants to get exposed like that.
That's actually not a bad concept.
But that does lead to a better question. So if the NBA did do a one-on-one game, who you guys have like winning that? Because you can't slack in one-on-one. Like, you got to play offense and defense. So who would y'all?
I mean, obviously, like a offensive big like Joel will probably, be up there.
Mm-hmm.
But like the obvious would be like KD, JT, players like that, like offensive wings that could do everything. That could
Joel
create their own shots. I could see somebody.
Probably. Now we gonna get to Joel in a few too, but yeah, I think like for a competition like that, honestly, I think it'd be somebody like Anthony Edwards or something like that, because either him or like somebody like LaMelo Ball. It's got to be somebody that's like a tryhard. Like they think their reputation is gonna take a hit if they don't try to win. So it's gonna be somebody with like a big ego. I don't think LeBron would take it that serious. KD, he's just gonna shoot over you all day. But if you get a stop, you should be okay against KD. I mean, I know Alan, he's a rim protector. I know he's a rim protector and all, but yeah, I don't know. It would be interesting. It'll never happen, but so all we could do is like guess and speculate, because I don't think the important players would take part in a one-on-one tournament. And then also too, it depends on who they include in the tournament, because you bring somebody like Matt McClung or something like that and he end up winning the tournament, that's gonna make a bunch of players look crazy, because Matt McClung is still in the G League right now. So that'd be interesting.
Actually, no, I think he's with Orlando now. He just doesn't get playtime. Yeah, okay. I think he got signed, so he just doesn't get playtime.
Nah, I don't know. But that would be interesting. But All-Star game happens in a couple of months, so we'll get a chance to see if this new format works out. I don't know if it will. It might, but we'll just have to see.
I mean, I think we're like past that point. I mean, I think Ant said like, if you want him to play, then actually like I'll pay him. Mm-hmm. And I think it's just sad that like players who get paid like 50 M's can't just play like a simple, like, I guess, simple NBA thing for like to support people, I guess.
Yeah. Or
It's
make
all
it
about the
they I
M's,
think
man.
yeah, but I do think they need to be like more incentivized because look at the Olympic games. Like they go super hard for those games, but you're representing your country, you got a chance to win a medal at the end. And kind of the same thing with the NBA Cup, which we'll get into that a little bit later, but it's like you have incentives there. So if you're not incentivizing the players to go out there and potentially risk injury, this is the product that you're gonna get every single time,
Yeah.
That's what I was saying with the like unless you give them a crazy like maybe like an advantage somewhere in the regular season or playoffs. Other than money, I don't see players like some players already making like generation
Yeah,
changing money already.
yeah,
So
facts.
an extra mil, like they're not gonna care unless they like for example for the NBA Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, all winners get like I forget if it's 500K.
500,000. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 500K extra. So like for the 10th through 15th,
Mm-hmm.
like their contract is probably like super low.
Yeah,
So
or
that
two
that's
ways.
gonna that's gonna bless them up. But the stars, you only see stars in the All-Star game. So
Yep.
Or
an incentive like money is not gonna really get them up there, like energized, unless they gain an advantage somewhere else.
I mean, but you can't really put an advantage because like the finals is based off best record. So whoever has the best record gets home field advantage. So you can't be like, oh, whoever wins the All-Star game, they get their side. The East gets home field
Home
advantage
home
because it
court. Yeah.
goes best record. At least in baseball, it's like, yo, whoever wins. I think it's like that in baseball.
I
Whoever
think it is like
wins,
that in baseball.
yeah,
Like whoever wins.
they get the home court in World Series. Like
I don't
it
know.
gotta it gotta be something else. Like if Adam knocks out all the conferences and just makes it 1 through 16, then
Mm-hmm.
probably you could do something like that.
or they could do like the NFL approach, like have the All-Star game practically after the playoffs is over, so players won't have to get hurt or whatever.
Or is it maybe they go harder?
Yeah,
Yo, what the Pro Bowl is for
yeah,
people that aren't in the Super Bowl.
yeah.
Oh,
I guess
so I guess you
that's
could
the
put
only
like.
problem.
Oh, go ahead.
Like I'm just trying to add on. Like I guess it's the only problem not having like the players who's gonna play in the actual All-Star game. But I think after that, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully this new format change works. I just know that the Rising Star players, they're gonna go hard. Like I have no doubt that they're not gonna try to win the tournament. So it'll be interesting seeing those players, when it comes down to that. But kind of speaking of the NBA and kind of speaking of like incentivizing and home court or whatever. So obviously we're about a month into the season. I think it's a month today, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So we're a good month in. What's been the most surprising, like, standings for you? Like, I just pulled them up here on the screen. What's been the most, like, surprising, like, oh my gosh, I can't
Hey,
believe this team is that record or that team is this record.
I might have to put this up on my phone.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's pretty obvious. Sixers being 3-13
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Don't you worry.
is just like crazy because Paul George is hurt again, and
What?
Embiid is also hurt again.
What?
I think if he gets hurt another time, they're probably gonna shut him down and just call it quits for the whole season. I mean, the crazy part is like they're not even that far away from like having a chance to like be in like the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
It just shows you how trash it is out in the East and whatnot. But yeah, aside from that, I would say like another surprising would probably be Yeah. Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
The Clippers just be clamping teams up. I think they had the Kings to about like 29 at halftime.
Oh yeah. That was
Yeah.
like 2 days ago or something like
Yeah,
that,
it
right?
was genuinely crazy. I
Mm-hmm.
think if Kawhi somehow comes back, and like it would truthfully be crazy. But yeah, I mean, I think they made the great choice in not signing Paul George because yeah,
Bro, trash in these streets. What about you, Gary?
I ain't gonna lie. I think for me, Golden State.
yeah,
Golden State has
Yeah.
been playing really good this season.
Yeah.
Except last
Surprisingly.
night.
I mean, I think I just saw something. Curry played like 20-something minutes. So I don't know what Steve Kerr's doing over there, but he bugging. But yeah, Golden State, they've been playing very good. I mean, Buddy Hield, they just basically replaced Clay with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they got. I don't think they got this. They still got Kevon Looney. I don't even know if they have him still, but
I don't
they.
remember. I'm not sure.
I don't even know if they have like a big like an actual big, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they got Kaminga.
for ain't nobody worry about him. But
Yeah.
Andrew Wiggins has been playing good too. So
playing
that's
crazy, man.
yeah, they've been doing good. I don't know what it is. Maybe everything's just clicking, I guess. But
Oh yeah, they had Mooney. He played last night. He only played 12 minutes.
Oh nah, yeah. I don't even know. What about you, Gert? Who's most surprising? I feel like I know your answer.
Nah, I was gonna actually say what Gary was gonna say. I was gonna say Golden State because they're 12-5. You would think like, they didn't really make much improvements, but signing Buddy Hield, but they still have Steph and Draymond is not suspended yet, surprisingly.
Facts.
But yeah, Buddy Hield has came in and been that Clay replacement,
Mm-hmm.
and they've been rolling. Like, and sometimes they've been steamrolling over teams too. So for them to be 12-5 and second in the East, like not too many people, I don't even think any of us had Golden State second in the West right now.
Nah, I certainly didn't.
Like,
I don't even know if I don't even remember if I had Golden State in the playoffs. If I'm being
I don't-
honest, like,
I don't even remember.
I'm about to check back to my list.
yeah, I don't believe I had Golden
Yeah,
State.
I did not have them even in like the play-in.
Dang. Yeah, I think I honestly I didn't even have OKC. I mean, I didn't even have Golden State in my top 8. So, but I think the most surprising teams for me, honestly, is probably Dallas. I expected Dallas to be way better than what they are right now. Obviously, Luka's hurt right now, so that sucks. But even when they had Luka, it's not like they were just steamrolling through teams. Like, they're currently 9th. They do have 10 wins, which is even more than Denver and Phoenix. But the losses piling up, I don't think it helps them. And honestly, where they are right now, like if the season ended today, I think San Antonio would give them a run for their money. Like, you just need one game for Chris Paul to go off to beat Dallas. And then you got Wembayama. I definitely think that'll be good. And the same thing with Minnesota too. Minnesota's spot 11. Like, that's kind of crazy. I didn't expect that for them. It looks like the Julius Randle thing is not working. But yeah, those would be my teams. I think like Dallas and Minnesota. For the East is doing pretty much what I expected them to do, minus Brooklyn. Honestly, I didn't expect Brooklyn to be good at all. But they win a few more games. They right up there. So Brooklyn, I don't know. They keep playing how they playing. Dennis Schroeder want to turn into that guy. They could easily creep up to that 5th or 6th spot.
Joe, don't do that to us.
No, I'm just
Eastern
saying what can
Conference.
happen. I'm just saying what can
Yeah.
happen.
We need Cooper Flag, that 5th spot. That's crazy.
Bro, you're not getting Cooper Flag.
We gotta capture the flag.
This dude Cooper Flag going to Philly. He about to play next to Embiid.
Even if he actually goes to the Sixers.
Nah, is Cooper what, point guard?
No, he's
Like
a
a
He's a
forward.
guard. He's a forward.
forward, yeah.
So to have Maxey and McCain and Cooper, like, I'm definitely trading Embiid.
Facts.
Yeah, whole Eastern Conference is like wide open. It's like what, like
Yeah.
4 teams over 500?
Yeah.
That's horrible, actually. Like that's
Facts.
crazy. And
It,
then
it
when you look
really
at the
is.
West, what 10th? Not even 11th through first are all over 500.
Yep.
Like that's crazy.
Yep.
The East is that bad? Jesus Christ.
I
But like,
don't think the East is that bad. I just think no, the East might be that bad. I'm looking at their
Yeah,
losses
they
now.
horrible.
Yeah,
they
they-
horrible.
I just think most of the teams in the East are dealing with like chemistry issues because you got the Knicks is a new team, Miami is Miami, Milwaukee is dealing with chemistry issues.
Nah, they had a whole
Indiana's-
year. They had a whole year to figure that out.
Indiana, I don't know what's going on with Hollenborough. Detroit is trying. Chicago, I don't know what's going on with Chicago. Atlanta, like a lot of teams, you don't know what's going on with them. But they just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, Alan, you see Atlanta, right? If the playoffs started today, my boy, you be looking real crazy. You be looking real crazy. And the crazy thing, Atlanta's not gonna get better. So at worst, they just gonna trade Trae Young, and that's not gonna help them. So
Atlanta has just been like in limbo. Like, are you trying to build around Trey? Are you not? What is your goal? Like at this point,
I don't
Trey is
know.
just wasting his time over there. To be honest, I think he should be leaving that team. To be
mhm.
honest,
They must have yelled at him or something because he hasn't been taking those same shots that he's been taking the last couple of years. Like
Yeah,
he's
like the
been
thing
more
that
like
makes him him. Like the
he's
thing,
been
yeah.
more passive. I mean, even though
Mhm.
he's always been a passive, but he's been a lot more passive. He's been letting Jalen Johnson and Dyson Daniels do most of the work now, and he's been like picking his spots, and it hasn't been working for them like at all.
Nope. Yeah,
I mean,
that's what you
I
said.
mean, I guess he's just playing like smarter now. I guess because like I guess he kind of understood like shooting a bunch of shots isn't gonna like help the team. I guess.
Well, LaMelo ain't learned yet, and they winning.
Yeah.
So
Nah, facts.
Yeah.
nah, Lamelo is a unicorn though. He going crazy. He's
Nah,
bugging, bro.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I've always liked Lamelo Ball. He's creeping up there. Like it's like my favorite basketball player. I like players like that. Like nah, I'm confident. If I want to pull from the logo, I'm gonna pull from the logo, and nobody's gonna say anything to me. So shout out to
It's-
LaMelo Ball.
It's entertaining to like see him play, but it like hurts my eyes seeing him like shoot and whatnot because he doesn't
Bruh.
set his like thing at all, bro.
He playing like when you get out of lunch or when you just get lunch in high school and you go to the gym just to hoop with your boys. He's playing just like that. Not like
Facts.
that, y'all.
Yeah.
He's playing free, bro.
Difference is
He
he
makes
making
it look
50
good.
million.
Yeah,
yeah,
he makes it look good.
Bro making 50 million to just play like that.
I think
and it's
he's,
crazy because they're getting on him for in Charlotte for shooting like that, but he would have the ultimate green light in Golden State.
Facts. If LaMelo Ball was on a winning team, that would be the best team to watch in the NBA. If he was on like a winning team, like if you put him like on, you say like the Knicks, you put him on like you mentioned Golden State, you put him in LA with the Lakers, they would be the best team to watch just based off of him, but also with winning games. Yeah, but yeah, shout out to LaMelo Ball, man. Keep it up. Keep taking those shots. Nobody gonna be mad at you. But Gary mentioned just how stacked the West is, and if you guys can see, New Orleans, last place in the West, they're going absolutely nowhere this whole season. But
I don't know about that.
more specifically, what's good with Zion, man?
Zion.
I'm a Zion fan, and
I'm not.
it kind of hurts. It hurts to see
It don't hurt
what
me at all.
he isn't. Like, what do y'all think? Zion?
What isn't he?
Huh?
I said, what isn't he? What isn't he? What isn't Zion?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to
I
figure
mean,
out.
when he's healthy, he's 26 and 24, 26 and 10 guy. When he's healthy,
Yeah, but it's the health. Like last year, he was relatively healthy throughout the whole season until he got injured in the play-in.
Yeah.
But that was his first healthy season, and now he's already hurt at the beginning of the season. I think he's already missed like 10 games. So what do you guys like? How do you, and Gary, you can answer first. What do you see as Zion's legacy? Like if he continues down the route that he's going, what do you think becomes of Zion?
I mean, there is no legacy. You can't build a legacy if you can't stay on the court. Like, and it's not his fault, to be honest. Like, the only choice I could see him making is either like change of health, like completely, like his diet, maybe like lose a couple of pounds, but that's it. He's been out for the same injuries, like hamstring.
Yeah.
I mean, hamstring is nothing to play with. It's been hamstring for the last like 2-3 years now.
Yeah.
So I mean, he either changes his play style, which I don't see him being effective by changing his play style, or he changes his diet, loses a couple pounds, goes
Right.
down to like maybe 230. Like that's the only fix I can see. But other than that, if he can't stay on the court, you can't build a legacy. That's not gonna happen. And it's crazy too, because Zion is like, other than D Rose, he's like my favorite player to watch. But I can't even watch him because he's not on the court.
You better play 2K or watch some highlights.
Crazy.
Curtis, I seen you made a face just like I made a face when Gary said it's not really his fault.
Yeah,
what you thinking? Because
I mean, it's
I think I'm gonna agree with you.
You can't really help like the injuries that happen to you, but you can like help, stop them from happening. Like Gary was saying, like lose weight, have a better diet. I mean, he came into the NBA last year, if I'm not mistaken, like relatively slimmer.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know where the slimness went between the off season and this season, because he looks like he's gotten back, like he bloated up a little bit more, and he also has to stop, messing with them porn stars,
Yeah, I think he's definitely not taking care of himself the way that he should, the way that an NBA player should. I really don't understand why players just don't like ask LeBron for like mentorship. Just if you don't care about LeBron's game, if you don't care about like how he does his whatever, at least ask him how he's been relatively healthy for 22 years, like where he's not suffering any major injuries or anything, because it's like you're in control of that. Like you have that ability to make sure you're in the game. You're a freaking millionaire. You have the resources to hire the best cooks, the best nutritionists, the best personal trainers. You have that ability. What's the problem?
I think he'll have to change how he plays, because I think he plays like a little like too hard, in the sense that like if you see like LeBron play, I mean, pretty sure LeBron could probably drive to the hoop and probably like make contact and all that, like every single play if he like chooses to. But I mean, you'll have to play smart, because like you're playing 82, so it's like, are you really gonna try like extra hard in each thing?
Right. Like, the difference is LeBron is shooting like 40% from the 3-point line.
Yeah.
Zion has never been a shooter.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I guess don't try to like catch a poster every time or something. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing though. Zion is like
6'6",
like top 3 best finishes in the league, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like,
once
he rises up and he got that hand, like to lay it up or whatever.
Yeah.
95% of the time, I think it's going in. Like, even if it's contested.
Yeah. And that's also because he's like 230. So that is a positive and a negative.
I mean, I think that's another thing though. Like at the beginning of last season, when you mentioned like he was a little slimmer, I realized like he wasn't as effective. I don't know if it was just missing bunnies or whatever it was.
Right.
But then like when he gained that weight back, he started going crazy again. And I think that's just who he is. Like, you can't do nothing about that unless he gets like, like a midi, like a jump shot in the mid-range, I guess like a post game or something like that.
Right.
Other than that, it's gonna stay like that.
Yeah.
He don't figure it out. Him and Ben Simmons are gonna be balling in China.
And they'll probably be cooking out there too. Oh, yo, speaking of that, and this wasn't even on the docket, I gotta walk back my Ben Simmons support, bro. I have to. I gotta walk it back. I can't.
Where's the applause button on here? There's no applause button.
I can't.
Into the NBA thing.
Nah, bro, I had high hopes. And then the other night, I saw that play where He was under the basket. Bro, you're 6'10". He was under the basket and just missed. Like,
That's what.
there's no
That's probably
excuse
why
for
he
that,
didn't
bro.
shoot that shot in Atlanta, because he'd have probably missed it.
Bro,
It's-
there's no excuse for that.
Like, it's something in his mind that, like, just hates, like, contact. Because every time he goes in the paint, bro shoots, like, the softest, like, post shot that I've ever seen.
Bro, and also,
it's-
too, he runs, like, when he's on a fast break, like, if he catches
Yeah.
the rebound, he runs so hard. It's like, then he just stops.
Yeah,
And
He's
it's
like,
like,
oh, there's one guy into the paint. Yeah, let me slow down.
y'all making me mad just talking about this.
yo, nah, I had to come on here and apologize, because I'm like, yo, I
'Cause,
was
like,
supporting this dude, and, like, this dude is giving me nothing to support anymore.
I think that was the same game too when he drove. I think it was the 76ers too. He drove like man hard. Then he stopped and looked for somebody. Like take this from me. Take this from me.
It's mad funny. I saw a TikTok. It was like this guy like replicating how he plays. He
Yo,
basically put his hands in the rim and took the ball out and passed it out. I was like, nah, that's crazy, bro. That's that crazy.
I want to know what a guy like Cam is like, just like what goes through his brain every time he sees him like just like not shoot up an open shot.
yo, somebody needs to really like yell at Ben Simmons and like, bro,
They used
like
to.
you are who you are. Like you're Ben Simmons. Like, and I can't even sit here and pretend like, yeah, Ben has had a rough couple of years, but I can't even pretend like Ben Simmons had the potential to be great. Like, I'm not gonna say one of the greats, but he had the potential to be great. Him and Joel Embiid, that team in Philly had potential to be great. I don't know what happened. Yeah, it gotta be.
He's mentally so. I mean, that's one thing that's been going on, like surrounding him since college. Like,
yeah,
I remember, I forgot what it was like exactly, but it was along the lines of like every time he gets criticized or whatever, like he just shuts down.
Yo, that's wild.
I mean,
bro.
you
make $40 million, bro. Like, you can't be shutting down when people tell you to shoot the ball. Like, do your job.
His confidence is just shot. Like, his confidence is gone.
Yo, I know. I think we talked about this. I think we spoke about this earlier, like one of the early episodes. I don't know if we spoke about it here or if like we were texting it, but like he might legit not get a contract next year.
What? Nah.
I would be surprised if he got a contract.
What?
Yo, who's signing him?
I think a team would sign him for like
and to do what?
10 M's a year.
To
like
pass.
what would you sign Ben Simmons for?
To
I would
pass.
sign him to be like a Draymond Green type of role.
Nah,
Draymond shoots the ball.
Yeah, Draymond at least gonna get 2. Like Draymond gonna get 2 points. Like,
and he can make his free throws.
I mean, bro's averaging like what 6, 8, and 6 or whatever. I think if a team could definitely like sign him to be like a hive man off the like bench or whatnot, like 80% of what like Draymond is. I also think he needs to talk to like a sports like psychiatrist or whatever.
I don't know,
like,
man. Bro need to do something.
I was having a conversation with somebody about this the other day. I was saying like he could be like, because he's a nice passer. He could be like a Jason Kidd. He could turn into a Jason Kidd hybrid, but eventually Jason Kidd developed a jump shot and like he drove to the lane.
Jason Kidd can shoot.
Yeah, facts.
That's
like
the major
Jason Kidd was a great passer. Like all great passers keep the threat of the fact that they can score. Like that's what makes them great passers. Like you have to think like, all right, this person is probably gonna either score, so I gotta either play them differently, and their vision makes them great to like pass it to the open man or whatever because of that threat. With Ben Simmons, there's no threat that he's ever gonna shoot the ball or score. Like most likely you're gonna leave Ben Simmons open all the time. And I hate that I'm saying this because y'all know I like Ben Simmons. So the fact that like, man, like it just sucks. It sucks.
Yeah, it's either you could shoot and pass. I mean, if you could shoot and pass, if you put somebody on a pick and roll, center has to play you high. Yeah. So now you got an advantage when they roll. And if you could finish or if you could drive and pass, if you driving in, you like attracting like one or two other people to
Yep.
you, so you could pass out if that happens.
Yep.
But he can't finish nor shoot, so then he just stays with the passes. So at that point, you could play him back on the roll,
Yep.
or like not even sag off for anybody because he's not gonna shoot anyways.
And even if he
Facts.
tries to drive, you can foul him because he can't make free throw.
That's
So-
also true.
You're just dead in the water. Have fun in China.
Bro have potential, man. Bro have potential to be great.
I just think that bro's like those type of like, I guess bro's that type of kid who like did not enjoy playing, but like just saw that. I guess bro had a chance to make it to the NBA. So
Yeah.
I think as soon as he got that contract, he was like, "Yeah, I guess I'm done."
That's crazy, man.
I think he
I'm
made, like,
real interested.
150 million.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what his next contract looks like if he even gets one. Cause Markelle Fultz right now, he still don't have a contract, still don't have a deal. He shoots the ball. He shoots. He lays the ball up. He can run the point, and he
The
still don't
fact
have a
that-
contract.
The fact that Alfred had
Payton,
like 20
yeah.
assists, it's just like off the couch is crazy considering
And Ben
you're
not even
playing,
doing
like, in the
that.
NBA. Yeah,
Like, if Ben Simmons was averaging like 18 assists per game, especially because he plays with Cam Thomas, so it's not like you don't have the potential to average that many points per game. So it's just like, come on, bro. Like,
I mean,
that hurts my heart.
You can't
Hurts my heart.
average 18 assists if they know you don't score. So all you have to do is just stay in the passing lanes
facts.
and just wait for you to pass the ball.
True.
I don't know.
I feel
if
like he was just hunting mismatches back when he was with the Sixers. Because who was on that team again? He got Jimmy
Mm.
and Embiid one year.
Yep.
So like, you gotta put 2 or 3 of your best defenders on Embiid and Jimmy. So now Ben Simmons got the smaller player, the person that plays less defense, and then he was just eating off of that.
You can't even say that because he has smaller people on him in Brooklyn. I think we need Jimmy Butler. I think Jimmy was probably screaming at that nigga to do something. We need Jimmy. That's probably what we need.
Nah, y'all not getting Jim. But
I think that,
yeah.
like I think there's just some in his brain that like just like tell him to avoid contact because of like
Yeah, because he
him
tried to.
being hurt over like the past 2 years. So I guess he's
Something,
afraid
man.
of being hurt
He's trying
again.
to develop that fake Kareem hook shot like that don't work
Yeah,
at
bro,
all.
it's so
Like,
bro. I hate him like trying to like shoot that like 10 times a game. It's honestly stupid.
They got that dumbass layup on 2K too. Like that shit never works. Like, that shit- it's so annoying, bro.
Hey man, yeah, I don't know, dog. I don't know what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen with him? I don't know what's gonna happen with Zion. I don't know what's gonna happen with who else on their way out. Embiid.
that's gonna make a good China squad.
Facts.
I was thinking of B going to China, dang, but y'all crazy.
Oh, Embiid can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
Nah, Ben Simmons going crazy in the big three would be disgusting. Like,
Yeah, he probably do what he do in the summer.
he like
I
less
don't
than 30.
know how the summer doesn't translate to the NBA.
Bro, because he's scared. Like Alan said it, it's probably something mental. Like it gotta be a mental issue that he has.
He's playing the safe. He could score against me, you and me. Then he can score against LeBron and
Nah, bro.
I generally just don't know how you could like shoot if you're like wide open. Like I don't know how, but like it's just honestly crazy.
Naturally, like just as somebody who's like not playing basketball professionally, if I'm wide open, I'm shooting the ball. like, so it's just it's weird, bro. It's really weird, like to think, but I don't know.
even Westbrook worked on his game, and people used to stand back on him all the time.
Yeah,
And he'll make the occasional three. Josh Hart worked on his three. He'll make the occasional three.
But Westbrook had other things that he could do. Like you knew Westbrook could get to the rim and score or draw a foul. You knew Westbrook had that mid-range shot, that stop at the elbow, shoot the ball, mid-range shot. You knew Westbrook had something. You know for a fact Ben Simmons is not gonna have anything.
Well, Ben Simmons had all that too. He had the fadeaway post shot. He had the drive to the basket. He had all that. He
I
just
don't
didn't
know,
have
man.
to. everybody was just like, all he needs is a jump shot, and then he just lost it all.
I don't know, man. They broke that, man. Shout out to Ben Simmons. I don't believe in you no more.
No shout outs
but
for you.
Nah. He need our support. He need our support, bro. I had all the faith in you, but I lost it. So you got to find that somewhere else, dog. But yeah, rolling over into nothing really to do with Ben Simmons, but more so to do with the NBA. So if even if y'all even care, who y'all got winning the NBA Cup? Who y'all think is
I don't
favorites to win the NBA
thank
Cup?
you for having that. Houston.
Lakers, I think the Lakers won it last year.
Yeah, Lakers did win last year. I don't know. I think the Lakers gonna win it again. I think the Lakers are gonna keep winning that NBA Cup until LeBron is like not in the NBA anymore.
I don't know.
And then they won't win it anymore.
The NBA Cup is like, yeah, the process is real like complicated because it goes off point differentials and wins, and then they have the tournament after that, and then it's crazy how they based all of that off the schedule.
Yeah, that is wild. But the team that's like winning in point differential though, it's Dallas actually. Dallas is winning. Then second is Orlando. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Not Dallas. The Rockets. They're winning in point differential. So that's interesting. That's real interesting. I don't know. I think it will be. I still go with the Lakers though. I think the Lakers are gonna win it. I think they're just gonna keep winning it. Like LeBron is gonna ensure that like he's gonna make that his legacy.
Mm-hmm. People gonna bring that up in the conversations. Does Jordan have World Cup championships?
I'm gonna definitely bring it up. It means everything. It's part of the NBA, right? I can say the finals don't mean anything.
No, you can't say that.
Yes, I can, because the finals is a team accomplishment.
That's a team accomplishment.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I'm ready. Don't worry. I promise we're gonna have that conversation soon. I'm just trying to, because the longer I prolong it, like the better LeBron gets. So I just need Bronny to have his 20-point game, and then I can add that in there too.
Bronny's not having a 20-point game.
Yes, he is. You say you're gonna call out sick.
The amount of bread that like the DraftKings made from people who bet on like him to average score like 20 points or like 10 points is crazy.
Bro, I'm telling you, watch. It's gonna be the end of the season. It's gonna be like April.
Nope.
The Lakers are already gonna have their playoff spot solidified.
Doubt that's gonna happen in the West.
Bro's probably gonna start. No, he's not gonna. Yeah, he's probably gonna start, and he's gonna get 27-4. 27-4.
It would be a far-fetched prediction because it's in April. I'm pretty sure he's been through the G League. He's had his amount of time to develop as a player.
Watch.
It wouldn't be far-fetched.
20.
If he scored 15.
If I see his points like over like 6.5, I'm gonna slam the under on Bronny. Like I don't care.
Really
I'm slamming that under on Bronny.
I just think y'all haters, and I don't like that, cause like I know all of y'all personally, and I know y'all don't got no hate in y'all heart. So the fact that y'all just be hating on this man,
I just said a non-hater statement.
Oh man, but speaking of hate too, we might as well get into it. Let's get into the city of brotherly love. I don't know how much love is going on over there, but I know we kind of like hit on it. I think it was either last episode or the episode before that. But like seriously, all jokes aside, what's going on with the Sixers? Like we spoke about it. Don't think we forgot. Sixers definitely lost that game that you swore up and down that they was gonna win. You said it. Like I didn't say it. And we all tried to tell you, like, hey, you should probably chill out. They're not gonna win. And you said it anyway. But it's okay.
Did Embiid play that game?
Yes, Embiid played that game. He had 12 points.
He had no free throws. Bam had him on Alcatraz.
Facts.
Yeah, okay.
So, but more than that, I think it was after that game, if I'm not mistaken, that's when Tyrese Maxey like called him out for being like not showing up to stuff. And then Joel Embiid had the audacity to get mad at the person who leaked the story. Then Paul George ran to his podcast to explain what was going on. but Paul George's not even playing. And then you got Jared McCain over here making his TikToks and cooking. What's happening in Philly?
Well, you can't get mad
And
at
can
Paul
it be
George.
fixed? Yes, I can. I can get mad at Paul George.
That's Paul George. Ben had his podcast,
Bruh.
but to share the team meeting is crazy.
I think like getting hurt in game, like uploading a podcast at like AM is just honestly insane.
Insane, bro. That's insane. Like insane activities, bro. Like
and like trying to like clickbait your own team is crazy.
Like, bro, you play for that team. Go to rehab.
At the end of the day, it's all about the
Go
brand.
nah, bro. I mean, no, I get that. And honestly, I am cool with players like having podcasts. Like, I think they should be able to, kind of like talk their own. Really? You have a problem with that? You don't think players should have podcasts?
I don't think podcasts should be like I don't think players should be like doing these podcasts like after every like small thing. Like I think after like every like 2 months, I think it's ample enough time to have like a podcast.
They ain't gonna make no money that way. Do it every 2 months.
Too, but like,
facts.
Like I don't know. It's just like
I only have problems with one player that has a podcast, and I promise Curtis, I'm not trying to take no shot. This is not a football podcast, but Micah Parsons, when the Cowboys is getting whooped by 40 every week, to have the audacity to upload a podcast is bananas. For real, bro. Like, go practice. Like, go play hard on defense. I don't want to hear you talk. I don't want to hear you say nothing. Like, you lost by 40 3 weeks in a row. I don't want to hear you.
I mean, that's the case. You could just tell Paul George to pack it up because Philly's 3-12.
That's also true. But the Sixers also not losing by 40. And so it's different. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't get what the issue is with Philly. Like, because on paper, they have it all together. They can make the proper runs for these things. But, like, Joel Embiid is never going to be 100%. Tyrese Maxey, he got his money, and, like, that the jury's still out on that. Paul George, he's also never going to be healthy. But they gave him a bag. Would they give him, like, 240 or something like that?
I think they gave him the max. I think it was, honestly,
or 100.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And real disgusting.
I know it was 200 plus.
That's disgusting.
Hold on, let me see.
They gave him the max.
Yeah,
I think he took a little bit less than the max, or I think he took the max.
212.
Yeah,
212 million is bananas.
That's a little bit under the max.
Yeah.
And back to Philly's issues. Like, a report also came out that
2 million.
That Joel Embiid wanted Jimmy Butler and not Paul George. First of all, Jimmy Butler is never going back to Philly, ever.
I don't know.
Like, the way that they disrespected him and chose Tobias Harris over him, he's never going back to Philly. If Joel Embiid
solidified he lifer, bro.
Yeah, no, I agree with that too. Like, he's gonna sign his contract this year. Like, Jimmy Butler's not going anywhere. But what do y'all think, like, of that report, whether it's true or not? And then also, too, would you take Jimmy Butler over Paul George, and why?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know my answer, but
I think Embiid just chose him over him because, like, I think Jimmy would actually push him.
Yeah.
Paul George does not care. I mean, Paul George is going to go home, complete his, like, podcast.
Yeah, PG is all about the bag. He was talking about, I chose Philly because we got an opportunity to win. Like, no.
But on paper, they did. Like, on paper, they had an opportunity to win.
On paper, he had a better opportunity in LA because he had him, and he had James Harden, and then Norman Powell, and then you had Kawhi. Like, you got a better chance to win in LA.
I think the Clippers players not liking Paul George says a lot about him. I don't know, because I've seen a lot of things about him being like titled, not like caring about like a bunch of things. I remember last season, as soon as they got bounced out the playoffs, Bell essentially said, "I'm a like star player, so I can't be out here like doing all like the like playing like I can't be like putting all my like practically blaming the other like players on the team and whatnot. As he's like, I think he made like 50 M's. So I don't know how you could like blame the rest of the team when it's up to you. So I think that rubbed a bunch of the players, I guess, the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you hear a superstar say like he's not doing the little things that other players should be doing, then at that point it's like, what the fuck, they out here busting their ass, and just because you got 50 M's, like you're not supposed to be doing shit. Like you better get on the court, play both sides of the ball.
And I think on Jeff Teague's podcast, I think like I don't think he like likes Paul George at all. But I remember he brought up how they were in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, he was like, you got to pass me the ball for CJ Miles. Yeah, I remember that too. He's like, yeah, you got to give me the ball at the end of the game. I mean, at the end of the game to make the shot, and then the next game they gave him the ball, he didn't make the shot.
Yeah, I think Paul George in his mind think he's a top 5 player, but he's just not.
It's mad players better than Paul George.
I think it was one of the games this year. It was on Philly. He did that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, so and also too, like I don't think him and Joel Embiid's attitudes, like their personalities, mesh well with each other either. Like I don't think they like each other. I don't have any data to prove that or any backup for that, but I just don't think like they vibe together because like that organization is just ran like poorly for mad long. Like they let Doc Rivers come in there and ruin everything. Remember, one of the things with Ben Simmons was the fact that like they threw him under the bus after that joint where he didn't take the layup. Like, okay, granted, like should he have taken that layup over Trae Young? Yes.
He probably would have missed.
But I mean, maybe he might have. But to hear your coach and your star teammate throw you under the bus directly after the game, it's kind of crazy.
I mean, even though like that happened, like when you look back at it, I think it was the fourth quarter with like 3 minutes left or something like that, 2 minutes left when that happens.
Yeah, so other things could have.
Like okay, he didn't go for a layup, like,
bruh. So it's just a bunch of things that like Philly just does wrong, and even if Joel Embiid. Even if they were all healthy this season, no, let me not say that because they probably are a lot better if all 3 of them are healthy this season. Like Tyrese Maxey, he's nice. Thank goodness they have Jared McCain to do something because none of them were doing anything. So it's weird to see. I don't think they can fix that. So I guess my next question is, if Philly decides to blow it up like this season before trade deadline, how do you blow it up? What do you do? What do you look for to receive? Like, who do you trade? What do you look for to receive?
Well, I don't think they could trade anybody because they just paid Embiid and they just gave Paul George that contract. Yeah. So both are untradeable at the moment. So you're pretty much stuck.
When does that end? Does that end in like December, like next month?
What?
Like, because I know there's like a time frame where they can't be traded, but then after that time they can be traded.
Yeah, I think it's the 15th of December.
Okay. Yeah, so what do you do? Like, let's say you are able to trade those assets. Who do you trade?
You trade both. You trade PG and you trade Embiid. You get them both.
You blowing it up, huh?
You get them both out of there.
Hey, keep Tyrese and McCain.
Yeah,
and then
you tank for Bailey or Coop.
Not even. They could, if they keep Tyrese and McCain, and then they trade Embiid and PG. For other pieces, they can still contend because the East right now is ass. So they could just find good role players.
Who do you send them niggas off to?
Yeah.
Like,
it's the like I don't think no team wants Paul George.
I mean,
no cap. I feel like the Lakers would take that.
Nah, Paul George should have went to the Lakers. He should have went to LA. Went to the Lakers, LA.
Yeah.
Because he has a role, he would have a role in that team. Austin Reeves wouldn't be starting.
Yeah. I mean, bro makes like 50 M's. I don't think they could make up a trade that makes sense, you know? Like
D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah.
And Gabe Vincent.
And who else?
I don't know. but just them.
Yeah. It's like trying to get 50 M's on
Bronny.
the LA team.
Nah, they're not trading my boy Bronny.
I could put Bronny in Philly.
I think their best chance is just to sit out Embiid, try to tank, trade that pick or whatever, and like improve
you
the team.
talking about restart the process again?
Well, like I guess
Bro, that process been dead for years now.
similar to like 2021 when Golden State had the second overall pick, like, and then they had the championship soon after. I think they could like tank for like a top 5 pick, choose to draft or like trade it, and then like improve the team. But yeah, trying to compete now just makes no sense. And I don't think trades is even like possible considering like how trades are now with like teams being in like the tier 2 of like cap and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
you're never gonna find a team as stupid as the Clippers did.
Yeah.
As when they gave the Thunder all them picks.
Yeah,
And that new CBA just messed everybody up. I ain't gonna lie. Blame Grant Williams and CJ McCollum for that.
Right. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. They're gonna have to figure out a way. They're gonna have to figure out a way to get it together. If it was me, honestly, I'd probably see if I can get rid of Embiid and get some type of value back.
Okay.
I don't know
would you be
where
getting, no
I send
picks?
Embiid.
I mean,
I try to get picks in a player, like not try to overload on picks. Because the team itself, like the Sixers team itself, they could probably sustain without Joel Embiid. Like if they like, let's say they shut Joel Embiid down today. Honestly, I think they're better off. Like because him being in and out of the lineup, it's not helping anybody. So I trade him, get some picks back. So I'm still, I can still rebuild, but also kind of get like a player back. Like for instance, probably trade Embiid to like Chicago or something like that. So where you can get somebody, like you get like Vucevic, some.
Zach got a couple.
Yeah, like Zach LaVine, Vucevic, some picks, something like that. Like I don't know,
Be
man.
crazy for doing it.
They might be, but they ain't going nowhere now.
You could probably knock on Charlotte door.
But who you get? Like what? Miles Bridges, probably
Not
like
even Miles Bridges. Who
Trey
they center is?
Mark Williams.
I think it's probably send a Mark Williams a couple picks.
But Mark Williams is tough though. Like he's just hurt right now.
Yeah, but I mean, but then again, if you did get a player like Joel Embiid, does that help like LaMelo take some of the pressure off of him? I don't know.
No, because I think even with Embiid there, LaMelo's
as he should. So yeah, it's weird, but like, yeah, I'd personally get rid of Embiid. I get rid of Paul George too if I want, but I wouldn't even want to waste my time because I think Alan said it earlier. Like, who wants Paul George? Like, nobody wants Paul George.
I mean, I think they were the only team that offered him a contract, so it's like,
Max.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure the Clippers gave him offered him a contract, but
I think they offered him a 2-year.
He said it on his podcast. They gave him a lowball offer to him.
At this point, you deserve a lowball offer.
Yeah, like bro, you're not on the court. Like what do you think they're gonna give you, bro? Like shit is crazy.
Bro said
These people don't play games and they expect a max. Like no, bro.
Facts.
You're not getting a max.
Nah, give me my money.
Get on the court first and win games. Then I'll give you your money.
Like I think Paul George expected it to like. I think we talked about it a few podcasts ago about like you have to pay like these players or else these players are gonna like not play on your team. And like it's more important that you keep the players than you don't. And I think
Philly didn't have him. Yeah. Philly already didn't have him. So it's like
I think Paul George expected that from LA, but I think I think they were like, okay.
Yeah, he wanted to be
if you like play for us or don't.
He wanted to be commended for his hard work for his years being there. Like, but you didn't do nothing in those years that you were there.
Absolutely nothing, bro. Him and Kawhi accomplished nothing at all. like the whole time. Not one thing.
But staying off the court, that's what they accomplished.
They accomplished not how to make millions without going to work.
Right, they should write a book. I'd probably read it.
Facts. Oh, man. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I don't know what happens to Philly. They probably gonna end up getting the number 1 pick. Flag to Philly.
Flag to the Sixers is crazy.
Yeah, that's
Flag, Embiid, PG, Tyrese,
maybe PG and
Yeah, it's not guaranteed they get it too. It's a whole lottery and a percentage of them getting that.
No, with our luck, they'll probably get it. We wind up getting the 14th pick.
Yeah, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know, but we gonna see. We'll see what these next few games look like. I don't know. We got this next few weeks of basketball. Got some good basketball coming up on Thanksgiving and this weekend. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens with this team. We're gonna see what happens. Hopefully they get it together in the city of brotherly love. But yeah, we wanna thank everybody for tuning in. Remember the post up. Don't worry, you'll see it. You'll see it a lot more. Thank you for everybody that's been viewing us here, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all those good things. Make sure you guys, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and we will see you guys next time. Peace.